So having tested over a couple of dozen VPNs over the past 2 years, I've narrowed it down to these 3 as the best VPNs overall. If you're looking for VPNs that allow you to reliably unblock streaming services, safely download torrents without anyone knowing what you're downloading, securing your devices, and bypassing geo-restrictions, all 3 VPNs in today's video are able to do just that and more, but they all vary in features and budget, so in today's review, I'll help you figure out which of these could be the best choice for you and your situation. Of course, if you guys are interested in any of these VPNs, you can jump straight to the pricing and discounts available in the description down below. Alright, so starting with the privacy policy, which is arguably the most important aspect of a VPN. Most VPNs do claim a no-logs policy, but actually that's almost never the case. So you should never trust a provider's word for it unless they have the evidence to back their claims up. And in this case, all 3 VPNs do have some form of evidence to show that they indeed uphold their no-logs policy claims. For example, all 3 VPNs have been independently audited by companies like Cure53 and PricewaterhouseCoopers and have shown their commitment to transparency in protecting user data by publishing the audit reports. All of which resulted in great standing, by the way, and potential issues were promptly dealt with following each audit. All 3 VPNs are also based in countries that are outside the 5.9 and 14i's jurisdiction. Now, it's worth noting that most VPNs, if not all, do log information, though said information tends to be aggregated data, crash reports, and usability diagnostics, so basically things that help the providers improve performance and detect bugs or glitches. However, with these 3 VPNs, this data never contains personally identifiable information that can be linked back to a specific user. All 3 VPNs accept cryptocurrencies as payment, they offer DNS and IP leak protection, and they all run their servers on RAM disks rather than hard disks, which means that there are simply no physical drives for information to be stored in, and any minimal information stored by the RAM drive is erased with every machine reboot. So which one is more secure? I would say it's a pretty close call between Express and Nord, but I have to hand it to ExpressVPN because their no-logs policy could not have been demonstrated any better than in the real-life situation when in 2017 the Turkish government seized an ExpressVPN server as part of an investigation, but were not able to extract any information out of the servers thanks to Express having not stored any information on their servers in the first place. So to conclude, all of these VPNs do offer a solid no-logs policy and certainly good enough to keep you anonymous, protect you while surfing the web, and downloading files. Now, in terms of performance, it's natural for speeds to drop when using a VPN due to the time it takes to encrypt your traffic before it reaches the internet. But despite that, a good VPN will keep those speed drops to a minimum. All these VPNs performed very well in my tests, but to sum it up, Nord is certainly the fastest, though Express gave it a good run for its money, and regarding consistency, Express does manage to maintain high speeds even with international servers, though more often than not, I did notice that Nord was able to reach higher speeds. But overall, the speed drops of most servers were very solid with ExpressVPN, ranging between 10 and 30 to 35%, whereas NordVPN's NordLynx protocol managed to surpass both Express and Surfshark, making NordVPN arguably the fastest VPN that you can get. Nord keeps speed drops between 10 and 30%, and sometimes even below 10%, which is outstanding. And following Nord and ExpressVPN will be Surfshark in third place. While it may be struggling to keep up against Express and Nord, it's not that far behind at all, with speed drops ranging between 10 and 40%. Overall, these VPNs were super quick, but the winner in this category is without a doubt NordVPN. Now, moving on to streaming and torrenting capabilities, all 3 VPNs allow for torrenting without any throttling or bandwidth limitations, so you can download as many files as you'd like without anyone ever knowing what you're downloading, and this includes your internet service provider. And when it comes to unblocking streaming services without any trouble, all of these VPNs are great at it. Though it's worth noting that in terms of streaming libraries, I noticed that ExpressVPN is a tiny bit more consistent than Nord and Surfshark. But to be clear, all 3 VPNs are able to unblock most popular streaming services such as Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and a whole bunch of Netflix libraries. It's also worth noting that during the Netflix crackdown on VPN traffic, which made it very difficult for most VPNs to keep up with the geo blocks imposed by Netflix, ExpressVPN VPN was one of the only VPNs that were able to dedicate a few servers that users can still use to access popular Netflix libraries like the US and UK library, while Nord and Surfshark took a little bit longer to figure out a solution to the Netflix VPN crackdown. So I would say in this category, these VPNs are pretty equal, though ultimately I would say Express has a slight edge over Nord and Surfshark. Also keep in mind that if your ISP isn't blessing you with the highest of connection speeds and you can't afford to lose out on streaming power, then I'd recommend that you just stick with the highest performers, which are Express and Nord. But if your speed is already fast enough for comfortable 4K streaming, then Surfshark will also do the job just fine. Alright, now moving on to server and security features. ExpressVPN has over 3,000 servers in 94 countries, Nord has a massive collection of over 5,400 servers in 60 countries, and Surfshark provides over 3,200 servers in 95 countries. And recently that was just 65 countries, but they added 30 more countries, so it's a huge boost for Surfshark. So while Express and Surfshark significantly surpass NordVPN in country count, unless you're looking for extra servers in South America, Asia, and the Middle East, NordVPN still has plenty of server locations for most users, especially since most people look for servers within the EU, Far East, and North American regions. Now, moving on to security features, this is where NordVPN and Surfshark shine. But before we get into that, let's get what all VPNs have in common, starting with the standard military-grade 256-bit encryption. You also get a kill switch, you get split tunneling, though do note that iOS and Mac users won't get split tunneling with Nord and Surfshark, while Express makes it available on all platforms. So that's about the extent of the features of Express. It's made to be fairly basic and easy to use, so you won't be getting too many features besides those. Okay, so now that we've got what all three VPNs have in common out of the way, starting with the ad blocker, specialty servers such as static or dedicated IP servers, as well as multi-hop, also known as double VPN servers, which encrypt your traffic twice for double the encryption. Though it's worth noting that NordVPN's ad blocker, called Threat Protection, is an advanced ad blocker that also blocks trackers and malware-ridden websites, and you also get MeshNet, which is a recently added feature that allows users to safely share files over the encrypted network of NordVPN. Other exclusive features offered by NordVPN will include Onion over VPN servers, which allows users to use both the Onion anonymizer and NordVPN together, and users also get peer-to-peer specialty servers. Although regular servers will still allow for peer-to-peer activity, you still get these specialized servers that are designed for file sharing and peer-to-peer activities. Nord also gives an app kill switch, which will disconnect selected applications when the VPN disconnects unexpectedly, rather than cutting off your entire connection as it is with the conventional kill switch. And finally, Nord will give users a hassle-free way to change your DNS with custom DNS. Now with Surfshark, the only distinct feature that sets it apart from Nord is a recently added feature called rotating IP, which will help automatically rotate your IP address every 5 to 10 minutes while your VPN location stays the same. And this can be very helpful if you're in a censorship-heavy country like China. Coupled with no borders mode, it will help users bypass the Great Firewall of China. And speaking of China, all three VPNs do work in China, but you want to keep in mind that Surfshark might require some serious manual configuration to get it to work in China, while NordVPN will require you to download another version of its application made for those in restrictive countries, which is available on the NordVPN website. But still, I wouldn't say that NordVPN and Surfshark are consistent in terms of working in China, so I'd recommend that you go with ExpressVPN, which will require nothing of you at all to get it to work in China. It's as simple as plug and play with ExpressVPN, making it the best choice for those traveling to China and Chinese citizens alike. In terms of protocols, all VPNs have a variety of protocols that will suit your needs. Express includes OpenVPN, TCP, and UDP, and their high-speed proprietary protocol Lightweight UDP and Lightweight TCP, which is my #1 recommendation. NordVPN simply has OpenVPN and NordLynx, and finally Surfshark has OpenVPN, ICAF2, and the WireGuard protocol, which is the fastest one. Though keep in mind that some protocols may or may not be available if you're on Mac. So all in all, when it comes to security features, NordVPN and Surfshark are at the top, with NordVPN gaining a bit of an edge over Surfshark. And while Express doesn't have as many features compared to Nord and Surfshark, Express deliberately chooses to be as simple and as bare bones as it can be for the sake of being as easy to use as possible. Now, with regards to compatibility, all three VPNs support the big four: iOS, Android, Mac, and Windows. Besides that, they also support Linux compatible routers, PlayStation, Xbox, Fire TV, Apple TV, as well as Chrome and Firefox, and most modern devices, really. Overall, all three products support a reasonably wide range of devices. And as far as simultaneous connections, Express will allow for 5, Nord will allow for 6, and Surfshark will simply let users secure virtually an unlimited number of devices with just a single account, which makes it a very attractive choice for those that don't want to buy compatible routers or additional subscriptions in order to be using more than 5 or 6 simultaneous connections with a VPN in their household. Now, in terms of the user interface, you'll find that each VPN has its own theme and layout, all of which are super easy to use and understand. ExpressVPN goes with the overly simplistic design, which a lot of people like, myself included, and NordVPN goes with the intuitive map design, which I also very much appreciate, and Surfshark goes with a modern interface that's super easy to read and navigate. And while each of these VPNs are easy to use and work well, even for newbies, it's really a matter of preference which one might suit you the best. Now, when it comes to pricing, you get the best deals possible the longer the subscription plan you choose. Also, each VPN tends to offer promotions, discounts, or coupon codes, so I've provided links to the best discounts that I could get for all three VPNs in the description. But to sum it up, ExpressVPN will be the most expensive option right here, followed by NordVPN being in the middle between Express and Surfshark being the best budget-friendly VPN that you can get with that price. But you might be wondering, out of the three, which one is the best? So this will depend on a few factors, which I'll explain next. So if you're looking for the best budget VPN that gets the job done at the cheapest possible cost without giving up on any of the premium features that are usually only available on more expensive VPNs, plus the ability to secure virtually an unlimited number of devices with just a single subscription, then Surfshark is a great option. Now, if you're looking for a high value and high performance VPN that does nearly everything right without any compromise, NordVPN is a no-brainer, especially that it's quite reasonably priced. And finally, if you're looking for the best of the best in terms of reliability, consistency, ease of use, and arguably the best and most proven privacy policy in the industry, especially if utmost anonymity is of your concern, or if you're in a restrictive country, then ExpressVPN is a certain winner here. And for me personally, I prioritize simplicity and ease of use over the additional features that you get with Nord and Surfshark, so that's why I tend to lean towards ExpressVPN, personally speaking. But it all depends on your needs and situation at the end of the day. I'm just here to lay the facts, so do what you will with that information. But these are truly the top 3 VPNs, and these are the ones that I recommend regularly to family and friends. So when people ask me which VPN to get, it's typically one of these 3. Let me know which one you pick in the comments down below and why. I'd love to know why you guys use VPNs in the first place, besides the obvious reasons. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to help you make a final decision, and if you found this information helpful, please leave a thumbs up, as that always makes my day, and remember to subscribe if you'd like to stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.